In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to use the Motion for project management, from setting up projects to keeping your tasks organized. So this app combines a powerful calendar, task manager, and team planner all in one. So Motion is perfect for those managing multiple projects or teams, with the features like the time blocking or the automated task prioritization and team collaboration. It takes away the guesswork of planning your day and helps you stay on track. To get started, you have the link down below in the description to create your first project. So here we can try the Motion totally for free. Now here we can try to sign up with Google, a Microsoft account, an Apple account, or using just an actual email. After you have set it up your account, it's going to be asking you to connect all your calendars into Motion. What I can suggest to you is to only use accounts that you are using a lot for customizing your Motion. In my case, I'm going to use my Google Calendar. So I choose to OK, continue. This should be important, all my context, all my events, everything directly imported from Google. So choose continue. Select everything so they can access to all of it. Go for continue once more. And there we go. My account has now been connected directly here into Motion. Now here we can start by adding some weekly work hours. For example, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday. This is totally optional, of course. You can head to continue and create some recurrent tasks. Let's just choose my very first task name. So we can start adding my very first task to get the most out of Motion. For example, creating a YouTube video. When and how much it will take me to do it. I hit into add, and there we go. So I can add as much tasks as I can. Now lastly, it's going to ask you to personalize the Motion even more. So this is totally optional once again. Now that I have here added my Google information and I have now my new task, we can start by adding a new project. Into the left part, we do have the option that says project, we have tasked, and here is the sidebar. So to better understand this a little bit more, we can choose to set this as a main calendar. Let's know a little bit more of what we do have here. We do have here into the left part our task manager, project management, the sidebar where we can see everything about tasks, all the projects, the team schedule, tutorials if you want to learn more about it, and the workspace. Into the right section, you can see what we do have directly from what we clicked in the. And into the upper side, we can change the list view. And a little bit upper, we can change the tasks view from list, Kanban, or even Gantt. So let's start with our very first project. Now here you can start from a template or to start a project from scratch. So if I choose, for example, template and go for project management, it should be now appearing here into my task. So to get started with our very first task, let's choose the option that says add project. Now since this one is a new project workflow template, we can start from client services, creative and design, marketing, professional service, and not-profit and community. Since this is a project management, I choose the option that says marketing. Into marketing, you can see that we have the elements that we can use for this project management. For example, the stages. So client onboarding, client development, media planning, production and implementary, campaign optimization, and the close out. We can add a new stage if you wanted to, or delete stage that you do or don't want to see. So before, make sure that you have deleted the task so you can delete the stage. If you're okay with those, you can hit into save. In my case, since this one is a project management, let's go and type out ideas, creative development, media planning, production. There we go. Control S to save all my tasks. And here into the left part, we have the roles. Now roles are for people who are working for more than one element. For example, account manager, the project leader who is the designer, the copywriter, video producer, and much more. You can delete roles and add more roles and add more text variables. For example, which is the product name and where would you like to assign those. Now that I have hit into save, into my workspace, here it should be appearing to my task. Now I can change the view from list into Kanban to make this much more interesting. So this is one of the first stage. Let's create a new task if you want to. Now into this new element, into this new tab, we can see that we have more tools to get started. For example, the task name. Once again, let's try it out with create a YouTube video. Into the description, you can just add the steps. We can add images. We can add embedded codes, URLs, and check out who is this assigned for. The status. We can create more status if you want to. In this case, in progress. How high is the priority of my task? The duration who's going to be taking me. The start date. And where is the deadline? For example, by the end of the week. Now I can save my task. And my task has now been added into this new stage. One of the Motion standout features is the time blocking. So we can drag your task directly into your calendar to schedule theme. So this block off specifically is going to be telling us the day to complete, the times in. So you know exactly when to work on what. So here I have from Wednesday to the last day, which is Wednesday from the next week. So as you can see, we have different stages into different dates. And that is how I'm going to organize myself. And here you can see that is our stage has already been added here. We can change it from date, times, and then it's going to be asking us if you wanted to change the project start date and deadline, depending on how would you like to use them. For example, let's say that from like this, confirm, and everything should be moved as you choose the order of them. So for days when things get hectic, you can use the Motion auto scheduling features. So it's prioritize and organize your tasks based on urgency and availability on so stage productive with no overloading yourself. Now, if you want to work with a team, we can invite members into your project by clicking into add members. We can choose to switch to a team plan and we can go from 3 seats, 10 seats or more. To see how your project is progressing, we can visit the project dashboard. Into the right side of one task, you can see what happens and what are the status of your progress, as it appears into complete, as it appears into cancelled, blocked, backlog, or depending on the status that you choose for each task. So to recap, we set up a project. We added our very first task. We used the time blocking, we tried the auto scheduling, we show you how to invite teammates for the collaboration. Now with the Motion, staying organized on top of the deadlines is easier than ever, so try these features and watch your productivity soar. There are more things to cover into Motion. If you wanted to learn more to something specific, there's always the left section that says tutorials. Tutorials can be helping you to manage calendars, the task management, project management for the workflow templates as we used it here, the views reports in collaboration, and for example the recent releases, for example the agenda view, and so much more released. So thank you once again for watching the video. Hopefully with all of this being said, we can see you next time.